wanted to show you what batters we were looking at today. So for example, today you can see the day 10. Basically, what we're looking at here is the best batters on DraftKings to start with. And then we use a scraper to pull that information. So for example, once I use this custom built scraper, it opens up. So once it opens up, it looks like this, which is the DraftKings. So I just click on go. I'm not going to go through this whole process, but basically DraftKings, it pulls all the hits, all the information for the batter and the hits and the odds and stuff like that. Then it goes into Fantasy Alarm. And then in Fantasy Alarm, it gives me all the information for that batter against the pitcher for today. So batter versus pitcher. Go to Fantasy Alarm, MLB lineups, and then you can see what this pitcher is doing against these batters. So that's all this scraper is doing. So once that's done, then I go into my last step, which is go to StatMuse. And then on StatMuse, it types in each batter. Then it looks up their last 10 games. So for example, Bo Bichette, last 10, for example, it'll give me the data of the last 10 games of this batter or any batter. Once that's done, then we go into right here, you can see it's 80%. And then we also keep the average over here, which is against that pitcher. So even though he's at 80% in the last 10 games in general, he's also 0.46. So he's hitting 46% against this pitcher today. So let me just look him up so you can see what that looks like. It's Duran. As you can see there, that's where the stats come from. 13 at-bats, 6 hits, 1 home run, and 1 RBI. That's an average of 0.462. Just to give you the full picture, is Jarren Duran. As you can see here, now I can show you he's actually at Jarren Duran has a 4.22 batting average, 19 hits, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, 10 runs in the last 10 games. So this guy is absolutely killing it. So you can see here it's actually 100% hits. Yep, you can see here he's at 100% in the last 10 games. He's gotten at least 1 hit in the last 10 games 100% of the time. So this guy is absolutely killing it. So now if I looked up his odds, I guarantee you it's going to be like a dramatic number, maybe like minus 300, minus 350. I think this guy actually, he's so solid. He's actually at minus 400. So Stephen Kwan is another one. I'm not going to go through each batter, but you get the point. 80% or better. So Freddie Freeman, 80% or better. He's gotten at least 1 hit. He's got 12 hits in general. What I don't like about Freddie Freeman is that you can see here, I'm going to highlight this. Freddie Freeman, he's got an average of 0.14. So 14% against this pitcher, which at this point, I don't like it for many reasons, but the biggest one is right there, 0.14. So I'll delete that. Shohei Ohtani, excellent batter against this pitcher. As you can see here, same as Freddie Freeman, very low percentage against this pitcher. So even though he's doing great over here, and if I look up his stats, which they're all right here already, but Shohei Ohtani, if I type him in here, as you can see a better picture, Shohei Ohtani, last 10 games, 0.40. So this guy's looking great overall. Now, if I go over here, you can see he's went 9 at-bats and only 1 hit against this guy. So even though he might get that hit, I don't know, but his averages are not showing that. So I would delete this guy, and I do the same thing for the rest of them. The thing is that it's taking me this long is because I'm trying to show you what the scraper does. But if I didn't have to show you and I already know what the scraper does, I already know what to look at. So basically, this guy's a go. This guy is definitely a go. This guy I have to do a little bit of research on, but he looks like a go. And then Austin Riley. And that looks like a go because he's at 33% or 30%, 25%. I might stay away from this guy because of that. I don't know. But 4 batters, 1, 2, 3, 4 batters, very solid. They're very solid in the way that they've gotten at least 1 hit 80% of the time in the last 10 games. And on top of that, they have showing here average against the pitcher as well. So if you add all that up, these 4 batters are very solid. Now you can see down here, I got 4 other batters that are very solid as well. Look at this, 20 hits total, 14 hits in total in the last 10. This guy has 10 hits. I'm not going to do that. But the reason they're not on top is because they don't have no pitcher data. So if I go to Fantasy Alarm, I type this guy's name in there, they won't show anything. So there's no data against that pitcher. So anyways, what I'm trying to show you is that this scraper, which I'll make available soon so that you can download it or even just give you the data every day like that, make sure you subscribe. So let me know what I can do to improve this, but this is very solid information.